The Madden matchup, the Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys are away. This is the playoff series. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games until the Super Bowl against the Browns. Let's get this game going.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
We're about 40 miles
and
south
I'm going to be having surgery done in my mouth, so I'm going to vlog that.
In Santa Clara. Today,
Anyways, we're going to kick off.
On tap between the Dallas
We're home last night, so we're away. I didn't say it before.
49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys.
Get two tape distracted.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense heading out, and a welcome sight for 49er fans. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way. Jimmy, of course, lost for the season in Week 3 last year in Kansas City, and then the Niners really struggled the rest of the way without him. The silver lining to the early season injury, it gave Jimmy Garoppolo plenty of time to heal and get back to 100%.
Come on, Garoppolo, give me a best shot.
A pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Sanders.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is
Blocked.
Incomplete. Jordan
You gotta
Lewis
block
right
the ball.
there in the coverage. And now the defense for Dallas.
Robert Quinn is one of the better defensive ends in the league. 6.5 sacks in 2018. But he had a 3-year stretch with double-digit sacks from 2012 to 2014. When he's at peak physical condition, he's a handful to handle for an offense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's
one of the few things defenses
chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We return middle.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Fielded at the 20.
Down.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
It's all going to be a field goal game.
Now with a 1st and 10
No fakes.
27. Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. Got his man there complete to Gallup.
Oh, Gallup is in there. Go.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 73 yards.
73 yards. That ain't bad.
First here on their opening drive.
Ain't bad at all.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym.
Use our kicker.
Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Right down the middle.
This will be taken
and they're
to the
gonna
back
kneel
of
it.
the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco coming back out on the field now. They're 10-2 after the defeat. The game-winning field goal that Baltimore had to take them down 20-17.
Let's get Garoppolo.
Well, I'll just give you the mic because you were there. You called that game. What did you see from San Fran?
I saw a team that...
Oh, interception. That is good.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Bougier.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job
Just
defensively,
waddling Vince.
getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but
Formation,
sometimes.
let's go down to
And
Hail
when you're
Mary.
right, you've got a decent
We're
chance
gonna
of
do a
coming away with
simple
the
Hail
football.
Mary.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away.
Cooper, come on.
Incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And
We're
the
gonna try again.
offensive
If
starters
Cooper
for
fails,
Dallas.
then we're not gonna do
I
it.
feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts.
It got his man complete.
And Cooper is
They'll take it
in.
into the
There, he
end
didn't
zone
fail it that
for a
time.
Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down.
Right down the middle
On
yet
the flip
again.
side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk
That
to
is
each other.
sweet.
Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes
Taking
Jimmy
the cheap way
Garoppolo
out.
now to lead his offense back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive. If you
They
can even
need
call it
2
a drive.
touchdowns.
One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
If they're
I
gonna
know
catch
that in
up.
today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he is going to...
Man, I got a feeling I played these guys already. No. I guess I was wrong.
He stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Oh, I think I might know how I played them. It's a franchise thing. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but there's even no more.
Cannot connect.
Tuesday night franchises, they're just too hard to keep up
That makes
with.
them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
We return the middle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin.
Oh, Austin is
Trayvon
in.
Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys.
He's going to spike the ball.
77-yard punt return.
That is
And the Cowboys,
beautiful.
they push out in front
77-yard touchback.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Marr on for the extra point.
Down the middle. That is nice.
It's good, and before
that was accurate. Kick too.
21-0. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
Let's see what we can do here.
And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here,
boy.
but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He takes this for 3.
Don't let him go over that line of scrimmage. What are you doing?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210. Nowhere to escape.
Garoppolo gets sacked.
Down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
It would be crazy if I got another touchdown in the first quarter.
Down, it's Coleman.
That makes 3.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Incompleto. Incompleto.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now.
I think we got plenty of time to make another touchdown. If not, it's okay.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Tavon Austin, he's gonna go. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Did I just call another touchdown? That was awesome. 93-yard touchdown by the touchback.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coaches,
that is amazing.
Guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. This one, he really had some guts.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's going to come out at the automatic 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah,
you got feeling going to get a high score.
You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
He just caused a fumble. He recovered it.
The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at
Can I
one
get
point
4 touchdowns in this?
their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Are you serious?
Amari Cooper with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. As his
4
guys
touchdowns in the first quarter. I think this is the first time I've ever done it.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
I'm loving this.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And they're going to nail it. That's going to cause him to go to 25.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself.
Is that a boy, Van Der Esch? Whatever you say it.
Momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This is Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Beginning of second quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one.
Second quarter.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
He was so close from getting sacked.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Austin.
Oh, that's all right.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
Or 8-yard return.
With a new set of downs. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back
so we
on
can get
the
Dak
field.
in there for a
and how about the
touchdown.
start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3
Good try,
touchdown
Dak.
passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's
Even
just
though you're
open
injured
for
in real
number
life.
4. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down.
Sprained index finger or broken hand?
Gain.
Broken
Now,
left
those
hand.
are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield.
He's a no-hand
and then he slips
man.
out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Buying time to his left. And he's got this down to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Prescott flushed out right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
That's how you make plays.
From the red zone now, Prescott forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first. And he will score. Touchdown.
And Dak is in. Dak all day, every day.
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now.
That was not a quick kick, but still down the middle.
Use a spy, but they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Stop playing the song.
Here's Marr to kick it away.
Shit.
They'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
He threw it right at his back. What are you doing?
Another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Nope, nobody there. Garoppolo.
Throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
We return to middle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Whoosh. And now running right through him. And gets by him, and now a little daylight.
That is...
And he will score.
Absolutely
Mark that
awesome.
Down as an 85-yard punt return.
85-yard.
These guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Reception. It results in a touchdown. That is nice. I love games like this.
For a touchdown in this game.
Absolutely squashing the other team.
Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, very rare. 3, unbelievable. Marr on for the extra point.
Oh, there's the win again. Hope it doesn't knock our stream out of line.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
They're gonna...
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Those kneels, man.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweat.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this down.
He got green on that one. I don't want to get green on it.
A big play there for the 58 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
If they do get a touchdown, I'm not too worried about it because we have 49. They have 0.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a throw.
He had a clean shot at somebody, but he didn't throw it to nobody. Threw it to the turf.
The intended receiver.
Nope, throw it to the turf.
2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
What are you doing jumping jacks for, Lawrence?
Marcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
Get sacked, Garoppolo. That's why when you play against me, you get sacked.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
They're going to get a field goal out of this.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
They didn't decline it. If they would decline it, they would have had 3 points.
The flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They should have declined that.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
But they do get a third downs.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
And they do get a touchdown. Actually, I regret that. That was a smart call, accepting it. Not getting field goal, extending it for a new set of downs. That was smart.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life. But it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame.
Oh my
for them
God.
to thoroughly get back into this one.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a
Stop
roughing call
that
here
kicker.
on the follow-through. So they will
Either way,
accept
they're
the
getting
penalty
good.
and move forward.
Next to score, Cowboys 49, 49ers 7.
But it's still got a long ways to go.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks
for a
will tell
Hail Mary,
you,
one more.
hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Shit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start
One more
the
time,
drive,
Cooper.
but this is going to wind
My
up
bad, I made you
incomplete.
fail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away.
Never mind, we ain't going to do the Hail
Falls
Mary.
down incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head
do
towards the
HP
half.
drive
Trying to hit
run.
a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
17.0 yards after contact. That's pretty good.
Marker and get nearly 40 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Yep, we return the ball again.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
This runner ain't strong.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go
But
to
he
work
did a good try.
at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustment.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawks.
No, I should have thrown that way.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Oh well, fuck it.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. The tackle there by Antoine Woods. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
He might mess their interception up.
Wasting this great starting field
Interception
position.
play.
A real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Yep, I can smell them getting a touchdown here.
Sets up a 1st and goal. Now Garoppolo. And across the
I knew it.
into the end zone. It's a 49er
Oh well.
touchdown. Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3.
Coach, why are we using this kicker? I mean this RB run back, running back. He's not strong at all. When he gets hit, he gets down.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
You blocked my ball.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you give them a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They've won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia.
Well, he's a tank.
Was at home. could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their...
And he will score. Touchdown.
And Dak is
Cowboys.
in for the touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
Prescott, my most
As his
favorite
guys
player right now.
continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time.
This is the most appropriate time for a timeout.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year.
Garoppolo.
Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Was it to nobody?
There, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes
Does unnecessary
over
roughness,
here
and you know that.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Because sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in
Plus
that
they
groove
blocked my
right
shit.
now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Damn,
the
49ers.
linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. So
we have began last quarter.
As we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott on first down, being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he will score.
In for the touchdown. Dak yet again.
A 22-yard scamper as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Stop talking about the fat lady humming.
This thing is flat
or singing, whatever she's doing.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
They should try to run it, but
This
it's
is
not
taken
gonna.
about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Only the CPU.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
What are you jumping for?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Did you just
And now
glitch
the
out?
3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Kicking it out of bounds.
Despite
You're not going to give him a flag for that?
This entire game.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score.
No.
It's a 49er touchdown.
It's whatever, though.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Gold with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Fights him off. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Just push back.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The outcome of this one, Well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants...
And he's going to be intercepted
What the
a
hell?
third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score. It's a 49er
Yet again with
touchdown.
Sherman.
I don't know who was to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see
This just
people
means
try
it's a
to
good
change
game if they're doing
directions.
this type of stuff.
Hard to do.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the
I
Cowboys
blocked
pick it up.
the kick.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
I like that for instance in my
20, 10,
throws.
5, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them.
Nice.
Isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
What in the blue
It's the
hell?
former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score.
Another one.
It's a
Can you stop throwing over that again?
touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This fielded at the 2. And some strong running. He won't go down. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go that way.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Left instead of right.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Intended that time for Cooper. And we now have a new single-game interception king. A record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, open man is born.
I actually like games like this where they get high score just like us.
19 yards to pick up there.
Not many teams do that, but they are doing it.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
ain't good.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And shutting him off, now open field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Zeke gets the job done.
Friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off
right
before the
warning.
game's over. We know this thing's done.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Following the touchdown,
Get this goddamn
Marr to
music
kick it
off.
away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Number 4 drop
Garoppolo
zone.
bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
And there will be a shadow at the end of this.
Garoppolo now. This is Coleman with the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and his throw here is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, a pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to set up his blockers. Still churning. A 2nd broken tackle.
With the RB again.
He goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another
80-yard
touchdown.
reception.
This thing is ugly.
Touchdown reception. That is nice.
It feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Back line. 25 yards.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think we got this.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,
if you like this,
every week, we'll just keep winning.
Please consider hitting the subscribe button, like, share
when they're scoring that many points,
with a friend or with anybody.
Totally different style and a different flow.
And I'd like to do a shout out to just one this time. Dear Thug 2011.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis,
this is a great game.
I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And I'll see you guys on the flip side.
With that,
I
we
am
say
out.
so long from Santa